Hey guys, Malu here, and welcome to another What If video. So, you guys have kind of read the title, and you guys see that I'm talking about weapon rarity, and does it even matter? So, the question for this episode will be, what if weapon rarities mattered? This can be taken a few different ways. The first way, which I'll call the common system, is to make the drop rates where common are everywhere, pretty much. Uncommon are slightly less everywhere. Rare are, well, rare. Legendaries are hard to find, and exotics are, like, non-existent. The second way, which I'll call the damage perk system, or DAMP for short, is where commons have the worst damage perk potential, then exotics have the best damage perk potential, and everywhere in between kinda scales to where they need to be. And the last way that I want to talk about today is mixing both of these together in an odd way. But first I'll talk about the systems that Bungie has now. D1 has an odd version of these two systems, where at the max light or end game, you find nothing but legendaries and exotics to help your power grow, and these two weapon rarities have the best damage and perk potential. Legendary weapons have random perk rolls, which can make a gun feel different from a similar name gun with different perks. This also allows for the god roll grind to be around, as well as vendor resets on perk rolls like what came with the Age of Triumph. All of this pretty much says, even though there were only a couple dozen weapons in the overall loot table, it felt like there were a lot more. D2 looks like a similar system to D1, except in D2 legendary weapons will have a fixed perk roll, unlike D1, which really limits the diversity. Now to take a look at the mixed up system like I was going to talk about. I was thinking take the common system as is, and rearrange the damp system. In D1 the number of perks on a given weapon depends on the rarity of the item. Let's call it the rarity system. What I want to do is make the perks dependent on the level of the weapon. Let's call this the level system, or the light system, depending on which one we want to work with. Now the sweet perks. In the level system, max level could be, let's just say 40, like after the Taken King came out. Because you can have one perk added about every 10 levels, much like the rarity system now. Or you could have it off of a light-based system. So, gonna throw a lot of numbers on screen, but bear with me. So, to go with the level/light system, you could have 0 through 10 levels, or 1 through 50 light is just 1 to 3 sights, or ballistics, whatever you want to have. 11 through 20 level, or 51 through 100 light, are the sights and the first perk. 21 through 30 level, or 101 through 150 light, are the sights, the perks, and 1 to 3 of the perks for the perk tree. 31 through 40 level, or 151 through 200 light, are the sights, the first perk, the perk tree, and the last perk. Level 40 or 200 light could also have an intrinsic perk in addition to the others with 31 through 40 or 151 through 200, respectively, just to set them apart from the rest. Damage values! Why would you use common gear if it can't hit max light level? So I think that would be the #1 deal breaker here. But there's an easy fix to that. It's called Infusion, and it was added in the Taken King to D1. Bungie liked it so much that they still have it around a year and a half later. With D2 having fixed perks for its weapons, we could go to the light system, so as you infuse, perks unlock, much like the edge swords gain an extra node at 280 light. It gets an extra scabbard node to carry more ammo. I mean, it's not a big deal, but once you hit that light, it unlocks the node. So, could do something similar to that. Loot! How will you get the gear in a system like this? Easy, just play. Low-level mobs like Vandals, Acolytes, Hobgoblins, Phalanxes will have the greatest chance for common drops. Medium-level mobs like Captains, Wizards, Minotaurs, and Centurions will have the greatest chance for uncommon drops. High-level or special mobs like Servitors or Spronkies, Ogres or Shriekers, Hydras or Cyclopses, Colossuses or tanks will give the greatest chance for rare drops. Named mobs, or bosses, like Fallen Barons, Randall the Vandal, Urzok the Hated, Vex Mines or Gate Lords, and Cabal Brachus's, Valus's, Primus's, any of the Us's, will give the best chance for legendary drops. And finally, quests and certain activities will give exotics. So it's a more centralized, you gotta do this type of thing to get the exotics, and then go after bosses to get legendaries. Now what about dregs and thralls? Geez, Malu, you forgot those. I consider them trash mob, and I'll just say they give you trash chance for drops. And any rarity can drop from any mob. It's just based off of RNG. So like a strike boss can give you a common rock, and a dreg can give you a special super ultra HD legendary rock. It's just all up to RNGesus, whatever he decides to give you today. Now for those of you who are still watching, you might be wondering, why might this be better than what we have now? I mean, white engrams will just be dropping everywhere, so why would I want that? And I'm getting to it, hold on. First I need to go over the negatives. There would be more work that has to be put into these lower rarities like common, uncommon, and rare. So that means less work goes into legendaries and exotics. Pretty much the look and feel of them. You won't be getting legendaries quite as much, so you'll be waiting longer to get the gun that you want. And finally, all I can really see as the biggest downside is commons will be everywhere. Filling up your inventory, your postmaster, your cousin's left shoe. Why left, I don't know, but Stitch will take it away for you. And now, positives. Lots and lots of loot. Like, damn, loot will be falling from the sky with this. It'll be pretty much common, but still. Loot. All of the guns in the game are usable with Infusion. If you choose to use them or not, that's up to you. Do you like the feel of it? Do you like the perks that it has? Use it. If not, it can be used as, infusion fuel for another gun that you like. Another big thing is you know where to go if you want a certain type of gun. You want a legendary? Go find bosses. If you want to find a bunch of common stuff, hit a loot cave. If you want exotics, go do a few quests. If you're just looking for random loot, go out into patrol and just kill stuff. You'll find them. Now here's a big thing that would not be able to carry into D2. Vendor resets. So with this system, the vendors would be able to sell more than just a handful of guns, because they could sell common, uncommon, rare, legendary, possibly exotics, with fixed perks, at varying different attack levels. So, that's a thought. Less legendaries will be dropping, so you could actually, for once in, Destiny's lifespan, be excited for legendaries to drop. Okay, I kinda lied. The Grasp Malik farm was pretty good to get, the drop, and then figure out it's not the right one. I'm not salty, I swear. With D2's fixed gun perk system, this would allow for more diversity, like I was saying with the vendors. There's just more they can do. Now, if you find legendary weapons less, Bungie could make legendaries more unique. Kinda think Borderlands kinda, where it has some insane abilities, and just go with that. And finally, the biggest thing that I can think of is a lot of diversity in the endgame. You could go into raids with uncommon to common gear and still be able to do work. I have to point out that this video does contradict my last What If episode, Cryptarch. If you want to know how, go ahead and, jump over to it. I'll leave a link in the description box below. That's kind of the beauty of this series. Each video can stand alone, or it could build off each other. So that kind of wraps up this video, and if you like what I did, go ahead and leave a comment. And if you just want to, kind of chit-chat back and forth, I'll see if I can get into the comment section and reply to you guys. If you guys have ideas for more what-ifs, like what if this were a thing, I could probably take a look at it, think about it, and see about putting out a video. But if you guys are thinking about stuff like this, go ahead and leave a comment with your thoughts on the matter, and then send it over through the comments. I'll take a look, I'll make a video on it. That's pretty much what I'm trying to do with this, is get people thinking about what could happen and get more ideas out to Bungie, because we're a big community. So let's have them use us to make a better game that we love to play. So I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out. One last thing before I end the video. I did make this video a day before the console betas came out, so I still don't know how the guns feel and the way that they go and how the new system is working. I can't really comment on that, so my next video will have that kind of information in it. I am planning on making beta videos and getting that out. Don't know how it'll work yet, but go ahead and take a look out for that, and I will see you in my next video. Like I said, peace out.